1997. We're at Shorecliffs Middle School in San Clemente, California, where we're set to bring you today's Boys Division I soccer game. Featuring today the game between San Juan and San Clemente. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gary Andrew welcoming you to Shorecliffs Middle School here in San Clemente, California, site of the area championships for 1997. The top two teams from this area are out at center field ready to play ball. San Clemente coming in here with a record of 10 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. They have the white jerseys, black shorts. They will run left to right towards the east goal. San Juan in the red jerseys, black shorts come in here 10-2, and they will run right to left towards the west goal as we get this ball game underway. The area championship, 11 teams started out in November. The whistle blows, and here it is. The 1997 championship game is underway as San Clemente kicks off. 11 teams started out in the fall of 1997 to try to make it to this game, and only 2 can make it here. And here we have the best of the best. And boy, I think it's going to be a great ball game. In fact, this game pencils out to be a pretty even match. It is a rematch of a game that was played on October the 4th. In that one, San Juan beat San Clemente by a score of 2-1. And so now San Clemente trying to avenge that loss and come back and win in the big one and be number 1 for 1997. This is San Juan bringing it in on the San Clemente side of the field. The ball comes over towards number 9, and that is Mickey Dom, who takes it into the corner. It has been a wet week here in Southern California. The field is extremely muddy on the west end. The kick goes high in the air, goes over the top and out of play, and it'll be kicked in by San Clemente. In fact, we were walking this field where you're looking at right now, and this is the goalie for San Clemente kicking the ball right here. This is Nifu Kalame, who will kick it in. Nifu gets a good left foot on it and belts it out of there. That area is extremely wet, in fact, really mushy. So the footing, especially on the left side coming down there, is going to be real tough. Ball comes quickly in as San Juan brings it on the attack. It's knocked down and goes out of bounds. No, it's still in bounds on that side. San Clemente, this is Matt, I think. No, it isn't either. Can't get a number for you. Comes out towards Christian. Christian takes it forward and sends it towards number 10. That's Mario. Mario has it rejected by one of the San Juan players and brings it back into San Clemente area. And here we go. I think it's going to be a great ball game. In fact, on paper, if you look at these two ball clubs, and we'll talk about how they got here. Take a look at this. Is that 16 or 19? I can't quite see the number over there. It looks like number 19. There is no 19. The ball goes out of bounds. We'll try to pick up that number for you. It's knocked in now by the goalie. The goalie for San Juan is Carlos Arce. And Carlos gets a good kick on it and sends it all the way out towards midfield. It comes down right about here. And San Clemente comes up with the ball as Christian drives it downfield, but it's picked up by number 3. This is James Rankin. Rankin has it knocked away and picked up by number 15. That's Simon. And it comes downfield. It's out in front. Here comes San Juan. They center the ball down the middle. Number 4. This is that number 4 is Barker, who fires it up there, but it's rejected by the San Clemente goalie. Good play by the goalie, Nifu, and the ball goes out of bounds. Boy, they quickly got the ball downfield. It's an excellent pass in towards Barker. All right, it's knocked away again by Nifu, but it's still San Juan in control of the ball up front. Ball comes out to number 9, Mickey Dom, who dumps it off this side towards Smith. Smith dumps it back to a teammate right here as San Juan goes to work. Ball intercepted by Jimmy. Jimmy takes it out right side to Christian, who'll try to set up a play. He gets it downfield, cross-fields it. It is knocked down and picked up again by San Juan as they try to bring it back. Goes over towards Kinsinger, who drives it down the middle, picked up again by, that looks like number 18, Marcus, who goes to Jordan in the corner. Has it knocked away by one of the San Juan defenders, and the ball comes back out to here. We'll try to bring you up to date, although the pace here, we've got to keep right with the ball game on how these teams have done. We have a whistle back here, a foul called on somebody. It's called against San Clemente. It'll go back over to San Juan right here. San Juan, during the regular season, they played a 9-game schedule, and they won 8 of them. They were 8-1, and they were listed as number 1. In fact, the only game they lost during the season was the last game of the season when they didn't have a whole bunch of their players here because of what I think was SAT tests. A lot of them were gone on a Saturday, and they lost a lot of their players and lost a tough ball game to Lake Forest by a score of 7-1. I think they only had 8 players. Quickly, Kevin Jordan tried to come up with the ball, but the goalie Carlos comes up, and Carlos will get it out of here. And that was the only loss they had during the season. And then they went to the playoffs. In the first game of the playoffs, and I'm not sure we have this in chronological order, they beat Laguna Niguel by a score of 6-0, completely beating them. Not even close. They had to play the opposite San Juan team in a grudge match in the second game of the playoffs, and in that one they lost by a score of 1-0. So it all boiled down to the last game, and in the last game, they defeated Mission Viejo 7-1. And so they wound up 2-1 in the playoffs. And you say, well, what happened to the other San Juan team? Well, they also were 2-1. But one of their losses to Laguna Niguel, the only loss they had was by a score of 3-0. And in that game, they got no points. And the fact that they got no points gave San Juan, under Sandy Clark, the championship. And they are here today, and the other San Juan team is not. So that's been their league and their record. And they bring their record in here. They're 10-2, having lost one during the season. And that was that one to Lake Forest and losing to the opposite San Juan team. Ball go to the opposite side, picked up by Nate Kinzinger. Kinzinger drives it down the middle looking for a teammate, finds Kevin Jordan, who fires down the middle towards number 5, and that is Williams. Ball comes out this side, it's over here, and it's still in play. Picked up again by San Juan. They try to bring it downfield. Number 3, Wes Sutton, in on the defense, try to battle Mamalotti. Mauricio picked up there with some help from some teammates, and they drive it down the middle. Racing down the far side, this is Nate Kinzinger. With him, we think that's Sodden, number 13. Kinzinger takes it to the left wing. Sets up shop there. He's double teamed. Tries to go through a couple of players and goes down the middle, but right there is Carlos with a nice pickup, and Carlos will kick it in. For San Clemente, they had a season that was outstanding. Their only loss came to this San Juan team. And it happened, as we said, on October the 4th, and that was the only loss they had in the season. All right, downfield. This, we think, is Mario, knocked away by one of the defenders for San Juan. Out, knocked down again by San Clemente. They keep it in the San Juan end of the field. Let's see who this is. If we can get a number, we think this might be Simon, but I can't quite pick up a number. If it's 15, it is. The ball comes to this side, picked up by Mauricio. Make that Mickey Dom. Mickey Dom drives it forward, knocked down by Hidalgo. Here's Simon with it. Simon coming this side. Simon left foots into the left wing of that mushy area. Number 6, that is Garcia. Ball comes and goes out of bounds. Garcia, one of the leading scorers on this San Juan team, so keep an eye on him. Ball quickly into Mauricio. He goes down the middle. It's in front of the goal. It is a swing and a miss, and Hidalgo knocks it away. Good play by Matt. Out to Kinzinger. Here comes the transition game for San Clemente. They bring it out to midfield. Boy, this game has started fast and furious. Smith on defense. With him, there is Kinzinger with the ball. Kinzinger down that far side, which is the northern sideline. He kicks it forward. A nice play by RC at the goal, and RC will get it away. This ball game started about, I don't know what time it started. The first half will end about 12:56, so let's make sure we have. They're going to play the full 40-minute halves today. So the ball comes, they were playing 35-minute halves in the pool. Right side, here we go, shot up there, and it is in there for San Juan. We are not sure who got that shot. We're not sure, it might have been Garcia. I think it was Garcia, but I'm not positive who got that shot. It went up and in, and San Juan leads by a score of 1-0. And there's a big celebration out at center field. Let's write this down. 12:25, 12:55, about 32 minutes left to go, and San Juan has the lead. And was that Carlos? I mean, Carlos, was that Adrian who got the score? Yeah, Garcia scored the goal there. And we got the celebration out at center field, and San Juan leads 1-0. What a big goal that is as they break the ice first in this ball game, putting San Clemente now forced to come from behind. All right, ball picked up back here. Kevin Jordan trying to take it out of the backfield. We said earlier that San Juan defeated San Clemente for their only loss during the regular season. San Clemente had one other game that they tied, and they tied the San Juan team that recently beat this San Juan team. They tied them 1-1. Now, if you just compare these teams in the league, which is a pretty accurate comparison because they played all the same opponents, San Juan has scored 43 goals in the league compared to San Clemente's 31. Ball comes out. So San Juan has outscored them by a dozen goals. Now on defense, though, there may be a little bit of difference there. Ball comes downfield. We have a couple guys over the back of somebody else. We have a foul called against Mauricio, and it's going to go back over to San Clemente as San Clemente will kick it away. In that mushy area, Hidalgo gets a good boot on it, takes it out to midfield, and it's rejected there, coming down towards Marcus. Marcus trying to do something with it, but right there is Smith returning the fire for San Juan. Smith to Sodden. Sodden coming in right side, number 13. Sodden sends it forward, tries to find Garcia, and right with him is Hidalgo, who takes it away. Good play by Matt Hidalgo, a varsity sweeper last year for San Clemente. Ball comes forward, head bucked there by one of the San Clemente players. A race across there, Mario trying to get it, but it's covered there by San Juan, and right to the hands of Coach Jim Jordan of San Clemente. This is the second year in a row that Coach Jim has had a team in the championships. Last year he had a team from San Clemente in the boys 2 championships. And in fact, San Clemente was really honored last year because in the boys 2 championships last year, both teams in the finals were from San Clemente. Tom Clark had a team there, and so did Jim Jordan. And last year, Tom Clark's team won the ball game. But I tell you what, San Clemente finished 1-2 last year. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a corner, I think, coming up for somebody. Right now for San Clemente. And they'll give it to Nate Kinsinger, and he will do the honor. Let's back out. We'll watch Nate kick the ball. And as soon as he kicks it, we'll zero in. So an opportunity for San Clemente. They are down 1-0 as Adrian Garcia scores first for San Juan. All right, in it comes. It didn't wait. It's in front of the goal. Somebody slips down there. They fired up there. That's a shot up and in there by number 5, Kyle. Is it in or not? Now, wait a minute. Let's wait and see. Kyle Williams fired it up there, and it was good. San Clemente has retaliated and tied this ball game up as Kyle Williams straight away scores. And let's take a look at our clock now. We can find, where's Kyle? I can't find him. He's out there someplace. There he is, right in front of us, right here. And we'll check our watch. We see about 3 and about 26. That's about 29 minutes left to go and give Williams the goal. So it's 1-1, and one of the contributing factors to Williams' goal was that a defender fell down. And we talked about how wet this field is, and it may be just as wet at that eastern end of the field. We didn't get a chance to walk the entire field, but we did look at the west end, and it was very wet. So Williams, opportunistic, takes advantage, and San Clemente has tied it up. Foul called against San Clemente. San Juan drives it downfield. Headbutt there by a defender for San Clemente. A race for the ball. Here comes San Juan on the attack. We see number 4, and that is Barker. All right, Barker trying to get back in the ball, but it's covered there by number 8. That's Goad, and with some help from Mike Russell, who sends it back upfield and off of Garcia and out of bounds. It'll come back in now to San Clemente. Brian Goad, number 8, passes it to the outside. Let's see who that is. It goes out of bounds. And boy, this field has quite a crown on it. It's tough to see that sideline from here. The ball goes out of bounds. Even with that crown and the rain and sprinklers, I guess, that have been on here, it's still very, very damp. All right, San Juan will bring it in. A 1-1 tie. And boy, these two teams, in fact, we were starting to talk about statistical comparisons. We didn't compare them on the defensive side, and we got interrupted by the goals. And on the defensive side of things, San Juan has given up during the league 22 goals, whereas San Clemente during the league only gave up a total of, and they kick it out of there. Downfield, the race is on. Let's get back to it. We'll try to tell you in a minute. Let's see who this is. I couldn't get a number. Coming back with it is a good defensive play. Number 12, that's Travis, sends it forward. Tries to find Sodden on the outside. Here comes Sodden, but it's covered there nicely by number 11. That's the 17, I'm sorry. That's Smith, who knocks it out of bounds. So San Clemente gave up 11 goals during the season, whereas San Juan gave up 22. So if there's any difference in this ball club, well, one of the differences might be the defense. San Juan would win the defensive stats, but, San Clemente would win the defensive stats, but San Juan would win the offensive stats on the season. But I'll tell you what, some of those stats are deceiving, and you can look at that and scratch your head and say, well, what does that mean? The coaches this year, here comes number 18, that's Marcus, trying to bring it downfield. On the ground now, that is Mario. He gets it back. Mario takes it to the left wing, tries to set up shot from the outside, but has it knocked away by somebody from behind. Here comes San Juan again. So San Juan brings it out. It's picked up by Goad, who sends it back out to midfield and covered nicely by San Juan. Number 18, and that's Marcus trying to get in the battle, but it's covered by Smith, who drives it downfield for the red and black of San Juan. Garcia trying to roll a pass out to the far side, but it's picked up by Mike Russell, but Garcia takes it back. Garcia has the only goal for San Juan so far. Takes it to the right corner. Number 13, that's Sodden. But they keep it in the San Clemente end of the field. And a couple of guys that maybe, no call there. Ball picked up by Hidalgo. Hidalgo bring it out of the backfield with a kick to the left side, looking for a teammate, but San Juan quickly covers it. And boy, I tell you what, look at the team speed that's out here. Some tremendous speed being displayed on both sides. Wes Sutton trying to take it away. Into the corner it goes. Garcia fires it up there. It goes to the right of the goal and out of play. So Adrian Garcia fired up a pretty good shot that time. He didn't have a big opening. And one of the qualities of a great forward is a guy who can make something out of a very small opening. And Garcia that time did not have a great opportunity, but did get up a pretty good kick. It went to the right of the goal and out of play. The reason we cast some doubt on the stats on the year, all the coaches this season have been talking about, can they get their guys out? All right, down the middle, that's Barker, but they knock it away. Good play by San Clemente in the middle. Comes back out to Mario. Right with him is Travis there. He sends it out in the corner to Mike Russell. Russell is guarded closely by this young man, and it's knocked out of bounds. Let's see who that is. Let me get a number. Is that 18? It is. It's number 18, and that is Jared Nathanson on defense back there for San Juan. Ball goes out of bounds. Every coach we've talked to has said we've always had a struggle this season and at this age level of trying to get all the guys out. And you look at this league and you say, well, you know, what do the statistics mean? If you don't get all your guys out, you take a big loss sometime and somebody scores a whole bunch of goals against you, and that's what happened against San Juan. The fact that they gave up 22 goals during the season, one of those games, they gave up 7 when they only had 8 players out. So if you take that out of there, they only gave up 15. But even with that, a stat I think that does stand out, if you're looking at the San Juan stats, for 5 consecutive games, they gave up 3 goals. And I think Coach Sandy Clark is concerned about that kind of defense. Now, that happened in the first half of the season. In the second half of the season, they've tightened that defensive work up. And in the playoffs now, they have given up only 2 goals. 1 to the opposite San Juan and 1 to Mission Viejo. Here comes number 15. This is Simon. Simon takes a left wing towards Barker. Barker trying to do something with it. It comes out this side and goes out of bounds. It'll come back in. Let's see who's going to get it. So both teams quick out of the starting blocks. Just about 8 minutes into the game, Adrian Garcia broke the ice with a score for San Juan, and then just a couple of minutes later, Kyle Williams, when one of the defenders for San Juan fell down in the mud out there, opened it up for Kyle Williams, and he scored for San Clemente. So we've got a 1-1 tie. Both coaches substituting right now. Let's check our watch. We see about 22 minutes of playing time left now in the first half. That may be a little bit wrong. I got to check that. Ball comes in quickly. We'll check it in a minute. Here is Simon taken away by Brian Goad. The ball comes over here and goes out of bounds. Last kicked by number 2, and that's Nuaf Al-Hamad. Boy, he's come up through the ranks in San Juan. In 1993, Nuaf was a Bundy playing for Coach Sandy Clark. Well, we remember a lot of these guys from some of the other leagues in San Juan. We've been in and out of San Juan the last couple of years. That ball went over our head into the ravine behind us, so they got to come up with another ball. First half of the championship for 1997, a 1-1 tie. Kyle Williams has the only goal for San Clemente. He'll bring the ball in on the southern sideline. Ball comes in, out to the midfield area, picked up by Brian. Brian Goad sends it across the midfield marker, but it's covered again by San Juan. They bring it back. Comes out towards Barker. Barker on this side to try to do something with it. He's going up against Wes Sutton. Good play by Sutton to keep him out of there. All right, ball comes back. Picked up again by Williams, but taken away by Simon. Down the middle it goes. Back and forth. Ball comes to this side right towards us and out of bounds. So it'll go back into San Juan. Simon will bring it in now right in front of our cameras. A 1-1 tie. All right, Simon brings it looking for a red jersey in that left wing and all that mud. The ball goes over there and goes out of bounds, and they'll give it back into San Clemente. And now they said it's not out of bounds. They're going to call a foul against San Juan. Make that San Clemente. It's called against San Clemente, and San Juan will get a kick right from here, and Simon will do it. He approaches and boots it up there. It's in front of the goal. It's in there! Right off this young man right here. Let's keep an eye out and see who that is. The Simon kick was taken out of the air by Mauricio. And Mauricio never even let it bounce. He just kicked it on in and scores for San Juan, and they lead it 2-1. So Mauricio has scored on a great kick by Simon. Simon kicked it up there. Mauricio got a foot on it. Let me check my watch. We see about 46-56, exactly 20 minutes left to go in the first half, and give Mauricio the goal. And it is 2-1 in favor of San Juan. Boy, there's a lot of offense here in the first half. All right, the far side. In a championship game, you'd expect a low-scoring game. We've already seen 3 goals in the first 20 minutes. Ball to the outside now, come into San Juan. So give Simon the assist. I'll write that down here on that goal. We might get a lot of goals before this game is over. Ball over here. We have a foul now again called against San Clemente again. So San Juan will get a chance to do it all over again from the same spot, opposite side. And they're going to give it, I think, to Simon again. So Simon with an assist already, fires it up there, high in the air, comes down, it's headbucked, and oh, out of play. It might have been Garcia that time. I'm not sure who it was who went up for the header, but it went just to the left of the goal and out of play. Simon that time tried to just loop it up there and hope somebody could jump higher than the other guy. And they did, but the header went to the left of the goal and out of play, and San Clemente happy to kick it in, only down by 1. All right. Nifu kicks it in. Ball comes down right side. The race is on. Paul Razor trying to do something with it, but it's dumped out of bounds by Newhoff. And it'll come back in to San Clemente. There's a good shot of Coach Sandy Clark. And Coach Sandy has really been one of the successful coaches out of San Juan in all of the years. In fact, our first acquaintance came with her back in Division 4 when she was winning championships there. And now she's up here with the team in Division 1. And she's been a very successful coach out of San Juan. And her teams always seem to be around the top by the time the season comes to an end. Ball picked up by number 5, Kyle Williams. Williams has it knocked away by Nifu. And make that, Newhoff, I'm sorry. And it goes out of bounds. We got a Newhoff on San Juan and a Nifu on San Clemente. They chip it up there. Ball comes out, picked up again by Sutton, who sends it out towards Goad, who drives it down the middle. They're looking for somebody there, but couldn't quite find a white jersey. A lot of red jerseys in on defense. Good defensive work by San Juan. Comes down, takes a big hop, and right there is Carlos, and he makes a nice pickup, and Carlos will kick it away. 18 minutes of playing time left in the first half. San Juan enjoying a 2-1 lead, and that was the final score the first time these two teams met. Barker sends one down right wing, trying to find Garcia. Right with him, Hidalgo. Garcia 6, Hidalgo 14. Garcia trying to keep control of the ball. Sends it off to a teammate. They go down the middle with a good passing. Knocked away by Goad. Comes back out here towards number 18, Marcus. Marcus trying to take it out of the backfield. Sends it on the far side. Who's got it? San Clemente still in possession. Right on his back, though, numbers 14, Smith. And now we got a foul. I think it's again against San Clemente. It's against this young man here, Marcus. Jimmy Marcus. And the ball comes right back in. And here we go. Back to play. And out of bounds. The winner of this is the area champion, and next Saturday they have the sectionals scheduled, and that's about as high as you can go in ASO Division 1 sectionals. Last year they had the sectional in Division 1 and 2, but it was rained out, and because of high school ball, they never finished it. High ball high in the air. We were talking about the success of Sandy Clark a minute ago. Her Bundy team a couple of years ago won in San Juan and got as far as the area playoffs and got beat by a team called the Arsenal from Santa Margarita. And a lot of those same guys she had in that team are here today. In fact, James Rankin was a Bundy, and Jason Clark was a Bundy, and who else was a Bundy? Mickey Dom played on that team. I hope I don't miss anybody. Wes Sutton, who's playing for San Clemente, was a Bundy back in what year was that? 1993, fall of 93. And of course, as you play in the fall, if you win your league, you get to play in the spring, or actually winter time in the playoffs. And it was mid-January when they got beat by the Arsenal in an overtime game that a lot of people still haven't forgotten. Ball kicked out of bounds. It'll come back in now to San Juan on a goal kick. In that ball game that The Bundys got beat. They were ahead 2-0 after 3 quarters. Looked like they were well in control, but the Arsenal came back and got 2 to tie it and won it in overtime 4-2. And Sandy Clark, the head of that team, and of course it was a great team. They had to beat a team called the Ninjas to win the league that year, and they did. All right, Goetz into the far side, goes out towards Kinsinger. He tries to take it down the middle. Kinsinger bobbing, weaving, gets back to Goetz, who fires it up there to the right wing, and the race is on. Right there, number 12, Paul Razor, who fires up a shot. It's going to go to the right, left of the goal, and out of play. So it'll come back in to San Juan. In fact, the Bundys that year, to give you an idea of how successful Coach Clark was, I think, and I wrote down the record, they were 9-5-1 that season. So she has been able to produce champion teams out of San Juan, and it's been wonderful to see her ball clubs grow and develop. They are always better at the end of the year than they were at the beginning, and that's a sign of a good coach. Ball come to this side and go out of bounds. It comes right back into San Juan. All right, in it comes, looking towards Brian Goad, but it gets by Brian. Battle for it. Barker trying to come up with it. Is kicked out of bounds. Last kick by Wes Sutton, and it goes back into San Juan. Number 9, Mickey Dom brings it in. Out to midfield. Let's see who's got it. Comes back over to San Clemente. Number, let's see, that was 15 for San Clemente. That's Cadillo. Cadillo in the middle of the battle now, with some help from friends. Ball comes over and they lose it back to San Juan. Here comes number, and try to get a number. This is Maurice. No, this is Barker. Barker brings into that left wing. We got word from Coach Clark that Barker is one of the leading scorers. Here's Simon. Simon working his way this side, trying to bob and weave against the defense, trying to go around Kyle Williams. Takes it down the middle with a pass intended for Smith. Smith trying to control. Smith still has it in a lot of traffic, and finally the whistle blows, and let's see what happens. They're going to call a foul against San Clemente and give it back to San Juan. Clemente says make a wall, and another big opportunity now for San Juan. They're going to give it to Simon again, and Simon has set up one goal and almost set up another. All right. So Simon will be about, he's only maybe 15 yards out, that's all. So San Clemente tries to establish a wall. This is a big shot now. San Clemente needs to stop this. If San Juan gets on the board now, they can concentrate on playing a lot of defense. They're only ahead by 1, but being ahead by 2 would change this game a lot. Simon will go up there. This is Brett Simon. Check my watch, 53, it's about 13 minutes left to go. Simon fires it up there over the top. So his kick went up and over the top and out of play, and it remains 2-1 in favor of San Juan as San Clemente prepares for a goal kick. That's a good shot of Brett. Boy, he had a lot to do with that second goal. He had a free kick, and it went straight up there, and it was kicked in by Mauricio, who never let it hit the ground. And here comes a goal kick now for San Clemente. They are having to play from behind. We talked about San Clemente's record. They finished the league at 7 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. They were actually second to this San Juan team in points. And of course the difference was that they tied the other San Juan team. San Clemente did. All right, here comes San Juan on the attack. They bring it down all the way, to the left of the goal, and everybody goes down, and the ball gets kicked out by Barker. Barker tried to catch up with the ball. It was rolling to the left of the goal, and he and one of the San Clemente defenders got there about the same time, and they kicked it out, and the referee says it's a corner coming up for San Juan. So San Juan will come up with a corner from the southwest corner. We'll bring our camera out to midfield. The ball will come in for the left side of your screen. We see about 12 minutes of playing time left here in the first half. San Juan leading it by a score of 2-1. Take a look and see who they send. They're going to bring in Simon to do the kicking over here. And there it comes up there, and right there is the goalie. Makes a nice play, and they get it out of there. Goalie again for San Clemente, Nifu. Here comes Barker. Watch out, leading scorer. But it's kicked out of there by number 3, Wes Sutton, who is Johnny on the spot, who gets it out of there and kills the play. San Clemente will set up defense, and San Juan will go from here. If that's 14, that's Smith. I couldn't quite see. They go to Simon. Simon trying to do something with it. Simon, the playmaker today, dumps it down the middle to a teammate. Let's see who this is. Try to get a number for you. Go left-hand side, picked up by Mauricio. Mauricio falls down, gets it down the middle to Barker. That's still in front of the goal. They fire it up there, shot up. It's still in front of the goal. To the right side and out. Picked up by Garcia. He'll bring it back. It's in the middle, and it rolls away. And finally, San Clemente will clear it. Oh, that was in front of the goal for what seemed like an eternity. Here's Paul Razor coming downfield, trying to beat the defenders. Carlos makes a great judgment call, comes out and takes it away from Razor. Good play by Carlos, leaving the goal dangerously untended. As Razor was coming down, Razor was trying to beat Nathanson and actually had Nathanson beat. And it was up to Carlos to stop him, and Carlos, with excellent judgment, left the goal, came out, and knocked the ball away. And there's a foul called against San Clemente. San Juan will drive it downfield. Mauricio right here trying to head it, comes our way, and it's going to wind up out of bounds. And it'll come back into who? San Clemente. Wes Sutton will bring it in. Let me check our watch now. We see exactly 10 minutes of playing time left in the first half. 2-1 in favor of San Juan. And they'll give it back to Brian Goad to bring it in. And Brian will bring it in over our left shoulder. He's looking for a white jersey. A couple of substitutions now for Coach Jordan. So Coach Jordan's team, 7-1-1 during the league, finished second behind San Juan. And in the playoffs, they have only played 2 games. One of the teams we talked about, coaches not getting teams out. They beat Santa Margarita 2-0, and they faced Lake Forest in game 2, and they didn't have a team. So they got a victory there. Then they came on and beat the other Lake Forest team 1-0 yesterday to earn the right to play in this game. So they are 10 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Here we go. San Juan on the offense. Garcia down the middle to Mamalotti, trying to do something with it. Follow, a swing and a miss by Smith. The ball comes out here. Simon, no, not Mickey Dom. Dom over towards Simon, who drives it down the middle. It's headed out of there by a defender. Ball comes out towards Brett Simon. He'll set up shot from the outside. They knock it away. That might have been Kyle Williams who got a foot on it there. It comes out towards Nate Kensinger. Kensinger loops the ball across midfield, but it's covered nicely, we think, by Nathanson. And the ball comes back over here towards Brett, and Brett has it. Brett right foot down the middle. Head bucked by Sutton out of there, back out to midfield. Ball to the far side, that would be the northern, make that the northern sideline. The ball goes out of bounds, it'll come back into San Clemente. We are on the south side looking north. The weatherman yesterday was talking about rain today, up to 30%, but we have not seen any rain, although it is cloudy. And I would say probably the way it looks, maybe the most we would see is some showers in this ball game. Ball goes out of bounds. It comes back in now to San Juan. Let's check our watch again. We're down now to about 8 minutes of playing time left in the first half. In it comes, knocked down by San Clemente in the white jerseys. Battling from behind, they have never been ahead in this ball game, although they have been tied 1-1. Number 14 is Smith, number 11 is Wolfarth, and a whole bunch of other guys in the middle of that battle, and it goes out of bounds, and they'll give it back to who? Coach Jim Jordan across the way is acquainted with the big game. Last year, as we said, he had his team here in the top spot, but they wound up second. So this is the second year in a row he's been here, and he's been trying to garner a championship trophy. All right, the foul called against San Clemente, and San Juan will kick it downfield. Takes a high bounce. Williams trying to do something with it. Garcia right there. Garcia trying to control, backing in on Williams. Garcia goes around Williams, fires up a shot, and it's up, and oh, almost. Who got that shot? Garcia sent it up to this young man right here. Garcia, boy, he really did some fancy footwork to take the defense right out of the play. And he got a looper up there, and this young man right here, is that Mauricio again? It might have been. And his shot went to the left of the goal and out of play, and it remains 2-1 in favor of San Juan. Let's take a look if he'll give us a number. We'll tell you, it's Mauricio again going for his second goal. Well, I tell you what, it was Garcia made a lot out of nothing there. He was backing in on a defender and left the defender in the dust, kicked out of there by Nifu, out to midfield, off of one of the San Clemente players, racing down left side. Here comes number 15, Cadillo, but it's knocked away by Arce. Comes back out towards Philippe. Philippe working his way in right side. Fires one up there, and a good play by Carlos at the goal. Philippe last year made it to this very same game and played for Coach Tom Clark. And they won this game last year. So Philippe, a veteran of the big games, and boy, he almost got a goal right there. I think it helps too if you've got a player who's been here before, and Philippe has been here before. Some players yelling there should be a red card. The referee trying to decipher some things out. Let's see what he does right here. It could be that he's going to... Is that Kyle Williams he's talking to? No, it's not. It's Mike Russell. He's talking to Mike Russell. I didn't see a card, though. But it could be a warning to Mike Russell. There is a foul called against San Juan, and San Clemente will kick it from here, and they'll give it to Philippe Cadillo, who put up a pretty good shot a minute ago. So Philippe about 35 yards out, though. It's maybe a little bit out of range, but we'll see what he does. He approaches and belts it into the left wing, trying to find Nate. Ball goes into the corner. Nate is in the middle of the battle along with a whole bunch of red jerseys. I think they're going to get Simon for jumping over the back. And we may have another foul against San Juan. We'll have to wait and see. San Clemente comes in here with a reputation of red cards, not known for being the most sportsmanlike ball club. And Coach Jim Jordan has had to work with his ball club on that all throughout the '97 season. All right, here comes the kick. That is Kevin Jordan, who sends it along that baseline. There's Carlos, and Carlos will kick it away for San Juan. 2-1, San Juan leading, and we're down now to about 5 minutes of playing time left in the first half. Good ball game. For the right to be the area champions of 1997. And boy, what a big honor that is. And the referee says there's a foul right here, and they're going to give it back over to San Clemente. And Kyle Williams, who possesses the only goal for San Clemente, belts it downfield to that left side. Nate fires it up there, but it's going to go out of play, way out of play. And it'll go back into San Juan. Nate Kinsinger. I can find Nate over there. There he is. He got that kick from Kyle Williams, and he put it up there, but he got underneath it too much. You can see he's a little bit frustrated with that kick. And San Juan, Carlos will boot it in. Carlos takes it out to midfield. Russell will be called for going over the back of one of the San Juan players, and the ball will go back over to San Juan. So the referee, knowing the reputation of San Clemente, and knowing how Boys 1 can get out of hand, is starting to call it real tight, and I compliment him for it. He says, this is my game, you're going to play my rules, and he's getting some control out there, and I think that's good. All right, here we go. Kick picked up now by, this is Simon, who kicks it downfield for San Juan. By Barker, headed back by Jordan. Jordan goes to Cadillo, brings it downfield right side. This is Christian, but it's taken away by Mickey Dom. Dom will try to turn it back towards a red jersey and does. That's Nathanson, who brings it out towards 5, Jason Clark. Clark goes to Mickey Dom, and here comes San Juan on the attack. Mauricio goes across in front of Kevin Jordan. Mauricio trying to do something with it, dumps it off far side. They take it to the right wing. Here comes San Juan on the attack down the middle towards Barker, but it's knocked out of there by the defense for San Clemente. Russell trying to do something with it. Russell on the northern sideline. Make that the northern sideline. We're getting our directions mixed up. They go back to San Clemente. They bring it out to midfield, and it goes out of bounds. 2 minutes of playing time left in the first half. San Juan leading by the identical score of 2-1. We say identical, that's how it ended back on the 4th of October. Ball comes over here and goes out of bounds. But we still have about 42 minutes to go in this ball game. Comes into Garcia. Garcia trying to work his way. Look at the footwork of Adrian Garcia. Back to Mickey Dom. Dom takes it out across by Barker. Tries to find a teammate, but it's covered there by San Clemente. We've watched San Juan control the first half. For the most part, they have. Jason Clark has a player fall over on him, no foul. And it goes back into, let's see who's going to get it. It goes back into San Clemente. So Christian will bring it in now for San Clemente. By my watch, just a shade over a minute left to go in the first half. A couple other changes for Coach Jim Jordan right now. Matt Hidalgo back into the ball game. Kyle Williams out, Mike Russell out, and one other player which we can't pick up right now. Christian brings it in. They're going to have to hurry. They're down to about a minute. 2-1 in favor of San Juan. First half winding down. Mauricio has it headbucked there by Brian. Back out towards Mickey Dom. Knocked down. Dom gets a foot on it, sends it right side. The referee says there's a foul right here. Wait a minute, what do we got? In fact, we've got a yellow card right here against somebody. I'm not sure who it is. But it goes back over immediately to no, the referee says hold the ball. They just yellow carded Mickey Dom. So Mickey Dom is out of the game for 5 minutes. We saw Mickey Dom have some words with Kyle Williams, and Williams was immediately pulled by Coach Jordan. And now the referee says yellow card against Mickey Dom. He's out of there for 5 minutes. All right, the ball will go to San Clemente. Hidalgo belts it downfield, knocked down by Nate. Nate sends it down the middle, knocked away by number 3, James Rankin. There's Christian in on the battle. Marcus tries to come out to the outside, but it's picked up by Sodden, who sends it along that far side, gets it into San Clemente territory. Hidalgo, we're coming into the corner against number 2, and that is Newop. They send it forward. Good play by Matt to get it back into San Juan territory, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be picked up again by San Juan. We expect the whistle to blow any second to end the first half. Ball, this is Marcus, Jimmy Marcus, 18. They're going to get Marcus for playing Brett Simon. And the ball will go back over to San Juan. So again, a lot of fouls called, but the referee saying, this is my game, I'm in control. And Brett Simon will kick it from here. And one of the fouls against San Clemente has been driven home by this San Juan team, because it was a foul shot that Brett had that he fired up there that Mauricio was able to carry him on in. So San Clemente smarting from one of those fouls. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll come back in now to San Juan. Again, we expect the whistle any second to end the first half. Ball comes in. Hidalgo sends it forward to a teammate. Here comes San Clemente. But I tell you what, San Juan has shown a lot of ball control first half. In the left side, number 11, this is Wolford. Wolford trying to do something with it against Nathan. Wolford being driven into the corner. He'll try to cross it. He does. It's down the middle, over the head of one player. Fire up by Christian. Oh, is it in there? No, a great play by Carlos. Christian fired it up there, and Carlos makes a sensational play at the goal. Oh my, we thought that Christian had a great chance right there. Ball to the outside, picked up by Cadillo. Cadillo working against the opposite 15, and that's Brett. Cadillo trying to do something with it. Cadillo has Brett backing in on him. We have a foul call. Let's see who it's against. I think they're going to give it back. Oh, what a play by Carlos to stop that shot by Christian. All right, they say it went out of bounds. They're going to give it back to San Clemente now. And again, I don't have the official clock, but I think the first half should just about be over. Ball on the far side. This is the northern sideline. Nate Kinsinger trying to do something with it. It's taken away by Barker. Knocked down again by one of the San Clemente players, but here comes San Juan. Mauricio, good play out of the backfield. Mauricio kicks it forward to a teammate, knocked down by Hidalgo. San Juan keeps it in San Clemente territory, as they have for quite a bit of the first half. Ball comes out of there. Here comes, we think this might be Marcus. I can't tell. If it's 18, it is. They get it forward to the right wing, and the race is on. Giving ground, this is Rankin. Right with them is number 15, Cadillo, and the ball goes out of bounds. James Rankin, formerly of Bundy in 93. In 95, he played for Jamie Andrews' Blaze Ball Club, a team that went 6-7 on the season. Ball comes over here and goes out of bounds. And it'll go back in now to who? Let's take a look back to San Clemente. And again, I show that the time should be over in the first half, but again, I'm unofficial. So the ball will come into San Clemente. And Kevin Jordan will bring it in. Boy, San Clemente would like to have that shot by Christian back again. Boy, he put up a good shot. It was only a great play by Carlos that saved this game, and otherwise it would be tied at 2. All right, the ball picked up. Let's see who's got it. Kevin Jordan sends it down the middle, but it's covered there by the middle of the San Juan defense. Back and forth, San Juan gets it out of there with a kick out towards Barker. Barker at midfield, one of the top 3 scorers for the San Juan team. Barker dumps to a teammate. Here comes Jason Clark, who sends it downfield. He kicks it forward, and it's picked up again by the goalie. And that is Nifu, and Nifu will kick it out of there. Nifu out to midfield. Picked up again by San Juan on defense. Good play over to Mauricio. Mauricio with a goal. He has the goal that puts San Juan ahead. Taken away there by Marcus. Marcus downfield tries to find Kinsinger. It's loose again. It goes back over to San Juan. Kinsinger trying to get back in the battle, but San Juan sends it upfield. All right. Out at midfield. Boy, they're letting him play a long time here in this first half. Number 15, Cadillo. Cadillo works his way on the far side. Again, we really run out of time in the first half. Goes out to Christian. He'll try to line up for a shot and kick it up towards the middle. It's kicked up by Jordan, and a great play by Carlos again at the goal. I think that was Kevin Jordan on a cross by, I'm not sure if it was or not. I think it was, though, on a cross by Christian again. Ball goes out of bounds, and San Clemente will get it back, down by 1. Boy, Christian has been involved in some big parts of this game. He put up a great shot, and that time he almost got an assist. And it's been 2 great plays by Carlos at the goal to keep San Clemente out of there. It is 2-1, San Juan in the waning moments of the first half. The only way I can figure they are still allowing time is they must have stopped the clock on all substitutions. Most of the time they don't do that. Ball go to the opposite side and go out of bounds and comes back in now to San Juan. Boy, San Juan noted in this area for having great soccer teams. I don't care what tournament you go, when you start thinking about San Juan, you start thinking about quality teams. On the boys' side and the girls' side, ball goes out of bounds. And once again, they've got a quality team in this championship game. Ball comes in. Kevin Jordan racing down this side against Mauricio, cutting across Brett, makes a nice slide tackle. Out of bounds it goes. They'll give it back to San Clemente. So San Clemente will get the ball back. And the referee blows the whistle, and the first half has come to an end. So at the end of the first 40 minutes here from Shorecliffs Middle School in San Clemente, our scoreboard shows in the area championship game for 1997, San Juan 2 and San Clemente 1. It's halftime here at Shorecliffs Middle School in San Clemente, California, where our scoreboard reads San Juan 2 and San Clemente 1. You're looking at the huddle of the San Clemente Ball Club, coached by Jim Jordan, and they are discussing how they can get back in this ball game. Although I would say if you're a San Clemente fan, you don't have to worry about getting back into it. They've had a lot of opportunities here in the ball game, especially late in the first half. We saw Christian come downfield with a great shot on goal. We saw him come down for an assist on another one down the middle. We thought it was Kevin Jordan. It may not have been, but he got another assist down the middle. There was only 2 great plays by Carlos Arce in the goal for San Juan that kept the San Clemente team out, and our score is 2-1 in favor of San Juan. In fact, let's recap the first half and let you know how it happened. With 8 minutes gone into the game, Adrian Garcia broke the ice for San Juan, getting the first goal of the game to give San Juan a 1-0 lead. Then, 3 minutes later, Kyle Williams struck when one of the San Juan defenders had fallen down in the wet ground out there, and Williams scored for San Juan, and that gave San Juan, or make that for San Clemente, I should say. Williams scored for San Clemente. That gave them their first goal and tied the game up at 1-1. And then, about 12 minutes later, 9 minutes later, we had Mauricio score for San Juan. He scored on a direct kick by Brett Simon. Brett Simon fired up a good shot, and while it was in the air, Mauricio kicked it out of the air and into the goal, and that gave San Juan the lead 2-1, and they lead it here at halftime by a score of 2-1. Interestingly enough, that's the identical score that they had during the season when the two teams met. So, but we still have another half of soccer to go, and anything can happen in that amount of time. Coach Clark across the way talking about keeping your team cool. She says that he's talking about don't let your tempers get the best of you. We don't need any red cards. We don't need any rough play out there because that can affect the way they play in this ball game. The referees have been calling it tight, and I think in this kind of game that's a good idea. They've really called a lot of fouls. In fact, again, if you look back in the first half, fouls played a big part because if it wasn't for the foul that set up Brett Simon's direct kick, this game might be tied at 1 right now, and San Clemente has to be thinking about that here at the half. This is the championship game of the area for 1997. The top 2 teams from Lake Forest to Laguna Beach to as far south as San Clemente getting together in Boys Division 1. And boy, I tell you what, we've got a good ball game here. A great second half we're looking forward to. We'll remind you at halftime, the scoreboard reads San Juan 2 and San Clemente 1. The referee has blown the whistle. Both teams have returned to the field. We're getting set to go into the second half. And as we look out here in the second half, San Juan will run right to left towards the east goal. San Clemente left to right towards the west goal. And here we go. The referee blows the whistle, and we're waiting for it, I think, right now. And here we go. Second half of the championship for 1997 underway. We have switched sides of the field to give you maybe a little bit different angle on this ball game. We are now on the northern side looking south in the second half. And San Juan, as we said, running right to left towards that to east goal. Ball comes in. This is number 15, Cadillo. A couple of changes now, at least one change to report, a major change. For San Clemente, going in and playing the goal now in the second half will be Christian Vasquez. So Christian is in there in the goal now. Ball come this side, picked up by San Juan. They drive it forward and out of bounds. And a last kick by Jason Clark. As this young man here, number 2, Newhoff, tried to forward it. It went off Clark and went out of bounds. It'll come back into San Clemente. Kyle Williams will bring it in. He has the only score of the day for San Clemente. He brings it in towards Kevin Jordan, but it's knocked away and taken away by Nathanson. Nathanson takes it out of the backfield with a kick towards the midfield marker, towards Garcia, but it's picked up by San Clemente on defense. They drive it to the southern sideline. All right, San Juan, boy, I tell you what, in the first half, if you were just watching this game in terms of ball control, San Juan controlled it probably more than San Clemente did. They had it in the San Clemente end of the field more than San Clemente had it in the San Juan end of the field. Newhoff gets a good foot on it, knocks it away, but picked up by Cadillo, but coming back to help is Nathanson. Gets a left foot on it and knocks it out of bounds. That's Jared Nathanson right there. The ball will come into San Clemente quickly. San Clemente on the attack. They've got to get a score to get back in this ball game. Will we play overtime? Yes, we will. They've got to have a winner. They send it down the middle. Who is this? Far side, a race for the ball. Number 10, Mario, tries to get a shot off. His opening closes. Mario dumps it up there, and finally it's cleared by San Juan. Coach Kevin Jordan says kick that ball.
Mario, you got to pull the trigger when he's out.
But Mario just did not pull the trigger. All right, the ball kicked in by Carlos, and what a first half Carlos had as he brings it downfield. To the opposite side, let's see who's got it. The race is on. Number 13, that's Sodden, who brings it downfield for San Juan. Sodden takes it to the right wing. Sodden tries to find a red jersey, but right there is Christian, who booted out of there towards Kevin Jordan. Jordan trying to set up shop here with a pass on this side to Kyle Williams. Williams works his way downfield for San Clemente. Brings it across the midfield marker and tries to find Wolforth. Wolforth shoulder to shoulder with Nathanson, and down goes Nathanson. The ball comes over here and goes out of bounds. Another good play by Jared Nathanson back on defense. Number 18, ball comes in for San Clemente. Comes in towards Cadillo, guarded by Brett Simon. Simon trying to do something with it. Simon, number 15, opposite 15, Cadillo. Ball comes right here by us and goes out of bounds, and let's see who they're going to give it to. They're going to give it back to San Juan. Make that San Clemente. It goes back into the white and black. Comes back to Kevin Jordan. Jordan tries to set up shop out here. Jordan down the middle, fires it up there to the right of the goal and out of play. So Kevin Jordan tried to get a shot up there, but it went to the right and out of play. And again, San Clemente starting to put a little pressure on San Juan. In the first half, we saw some pretty good shots by San Clemente late in the half. It is 2-1, San Juan in the lead, and San Clemente getting a corner. Ball comes in. It's in front of the goal. They knock it away. Who kicked that corner? It might have been Cadillo. I couldn't quite check on it. It goes back to San Juan. San Juan trying to get it out of there, but it goes out of bounds, and they give it back to San Juan. San Juan looking for their 11th win of the season. For both ball clubs, this is the 13th game of the year, and for somebody, it's going to be unlucky. For somebody, it'll be their last game. One more game next weekend, or some type of a tournament in the sectionals next week. Nobody knows what time or where that will be. Ball goes out of bounds. But the winner of this game will represent this area in the sectionals next week. All right, here we go. San Juan brings it in. They're ahead by 1, 2-1. They have goals from Adrian Garcia and Mauricio Mammalati. Ball goes, we got another foul here called against somebody. Let's see who's going to get it. They're going to give it back over to San Juan. All right, San Juan boots it downfield. That may have been Jared. And we have another foul called right here again. And we have a yellow card right here against Adrian Garcia. So Adrian Garcia will have to come out of the game now for Coach Sandy Clark in San Juan. And boy, that takes a scoring threat away from San Juan. And that's something they can ill afford. I'm not sure who came in to replace him. But the referee talking to Coach Sandy over there. And Adrian is out of the ball game at least for 5 minutes. We'll check our watch. We see it's 1:15, so he can't come in till 1:20. We're hoping this game does not end in a tie. We're supposed to do a 2 o'clock game over at RH Dana, so we're out of here as soon as we can get out of here. If it ends in a tie, we will not make that 2 o'clock game. But San Clemente trying to get back in the ball game. The foul called against, or the yellow card against San Juan, and San Clemente will drive it into San Juan territory. We have a whistle and another foul, or what are we going to see here? Let's check the referee. And the referee will call something else. There's no love lost between these two teams, and of course San Clemente noted for yellow cards and red cards. And we have a foul. It's called against San Clemente. It goes back to San Juan. They'll give it to Carlos, and he'll boot it out of there. So Carlos kicks it into San Clemente territory. The race is on. Hidalgo giving ground. Hidalgo working way to his left to that southern sideline, still with the ball. Kicks it out of there with a long kick down out to midfield, looking for Mauricio, but it's cut down by Brett Simon. Boy, Simon's had a good game, hasn't he? He's been around the ball everywhere, just harassing this San Clemente ball club, but now they're going to get Simon for running in to a San Clemente player, I think. Now they're going to call San Clemente for a foul and give it back over to San Juan. Simon has done everything right today. When you needed a guy to harass another team on defense and steal the ball, Brett has done an outstanding job. And he has that tremendous assist on Mauricio's goal. And Simon will kick it from here. He's pretty good on these kicks. He loops it up there, trying to find a red jersey. It's in front of the goal, but right there is Christian Vasquez to throw it out. Good play by Christian. Out it comes, knocked down by Newhoff, but covered there by a San Clemente player. Comes out off Kevin Jordan. Out in front, Felipe Cadillo sends it downfield. We may have an offsides call. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Flag is up, and it was offsides way back up here, and it'll go back over to San Juan. On Felipe's kick forward, somebody was offsides, I think. And so it's right about here, and it goes back over to San Juan. So Nathanson will kick it from here. Clock running. It's now 1:18. And it's scheduled to end about 1:51. So that's about 33 minutes of playing time left as Carlos boots it out of there. Carlos sends it all the way down to the opposite end of the field. Let's see who's got it down there. Wes Sutton trying to back in on Clark. Picked up by Hidalgo. Hidalgo working against Sodden. Sodden takes it away. Sutton tries to stop it. They send it down the middle. It goes off of number 9. That's Fernandez and out of bounds. Coach Jordan said that he didn't think Fernandez was going to be here, but Raul is here. That's the first time we've called his name today. Ball goes out of bounds, and we've got a corner kick coming up now for San Juan. Ball comes in, and Hidalgo, I think, drives it out of there. Sends it up towards midfield, and it goes out of bounds in front of the San Juan bench across the way. And you can see Adrian Garcia standing there, wishing he was in this ball game. Quickly, ball in play. San Juan brings it in. The referee blows the whistle. Let's see what the call is. I'm not sure it ever got in. Oh, it's a foul against San Clemente. Back to Brett, who fires one up there along that baseline. They knock it down high in the air. It's coming down here. It's just to the left of the goal and out of play. I'm not sure who kicked that ball, but they came closer than you thought to putting it in there. And it just happened to go to the left of the goal and out of play. We have a substitution now coming into the ball game. Coach Jordan doing a little subbing now. About 30 minutes of playing time left in the ball game. Mike Russell will come out, and coming back into the ball game for San Clemente, number 3 and 4. 3 is Wes Sutton, and number 4 is Nifu. So Nifu out running the field now. He's a pretty fresh horse there for Coach Jordan because he was in the goal for most of the first half. Again, the referee keeping a close rein in the ball game, calls a foul on somebody against San Juan, and it comes back to San Clemente. And San Clemente will kick from their own end of the field, and here they come. A nice long drive. Here comes Carlos. He's left the goal, and he heads it out of there. Good play by Carlos. Well, I tell you what, you can hang a star on the play of Carlos Arce in this ball game. In fact, he's kept some great shots by San Clemente out of there, and he's made some great judgment calls on when to leave the goal. Ball comes to the base and goes out of bounds, and let's see who's going to get it. Carlos Arce. In 1995, he played on a team called the Blaze, where he scored 8 of 36 goals for Coach Jamie Andrew that year. Team, as we said, it went 6 and 7. A great goalie. They had him out as a forward because he's also a pretty good scorer. All right, Brett Simon will kick from here on a corner now, coming up for San Juan. So another opportunity for San Juan. They're looking for insurance. A goal by them right now would change the complexion of this game. Right there is Vasquez, and he makes a nice play. Christian gets it to this side, and here comes San Clemente on the attack. We think this might be Mike Russell. Russell sends it out to midfield. Might have been Kyle Williams. Who is it right here? No, it's Kyle Williams. Kyle gets a right foot on, sends it deeper into San Juan territory. Let's see who's going to get to it first. They dump it back to Carlos, and a good play by Nathanson and Carlos working together. Mickey Dom back in the ball game off the yellow card. The ball goes out of bounds, and it comes back into San Juan. Newhoff brings it in. Ball overhead, and in it comes. Newhoff out to midfield. Here comes San Clemente on the attack. Let's see what they can do. Number 4 on the far side, Nifu, takes it down to that southern sideline, trying to find a white jersey. Does find one on that side. He finds Nate, who fires it up there, and oh, just misses that time. Nate fired one up there. He was alone and almost got it. That was Nate Kinzinger, who got a nice pass out in front. I'm not sure who fired it up. I think it was Kyle Williams who got the pass to him. And Kinzinger fired it up there, but just went to the right of the goal, and it remains 2-1 in favor of San Juan. Ball across the midfield marker, giving ground number 9. This is Fernandez. He'll try to turn it back upfield, and does with a kick along the northern sideline, and it goes out of bounds, and it comes back in now to San Juan. Number 2, Newhoff brings it in. High ball comes in. 14, Smith. Smith trying to do something with it, takes it down the middle, tries to find a red jersey. The San Clemente defense digs in. We have another whistle and a foul. Let's see what it is. They're going to give it back over to San Clemente. It'll go against San Juan. So the white and black trying to battle their way back in this ballgame. They've never had the lead. They lost the lead in the first 8 minutes. 1-0. They did manage to tie it back up, but then with 20 minutes left to go in the half, they got behind again. San Juan has taken the ball game to San Clemente so far. All right, but I'll tell you what, there's been at least 3 outstanding shots on goal that have been either rejected by Carlos, or they just didn't quite go for San Clemente. Down the middle, here we go. This is number 11, Wolforth, and right there is Carlos to make a good play. Wolforth going to his left to try to get some control on that pass. Couldn't quite catch up with it, and Arce was there first. All right, here we go. Down this side. Who's got it? Hidalgo racing up against number 4. That's Barker. Right there, Mickey Dom in the battle. Pushed away by Hidalgo, and they're going to get Hidalgo for pushing. Pretty obvious. And it'll go back over to San Juan. So San Juan will kick from there, and they'll give it over to Mauricio, and he'll do the booting. He's about 40 yards out, just inside San Clemente territory. Fires up one. It's headed back comes back out to Mickey Dom. Dom has it taken away, we think, by Cadillo. Cadillo works his way out to midfield, gets a left foot, and sends it into San Juan territory. Giving ground Nathanson. Nathanson takes it into the corner. There's Nate again. Nate will fire it up there, and just over the top of the goal. Is it still in play, or let's go back? It is. All right, the ball comes over here and goes by us and out of bounds. It'll come back in, let's see to who. Back into San Clemente. So San Clemente will get the ball right down in front of us. And let's see who's bringing it in. I think this is, well, we'll check and see. That's Williams, who brings it in towards number 15, or 18 rather. That's Marcus. The ball goes out of bounds. It comes back into San Clemente again. Hope you can see that. We're looking a little bit into the sun right now. Ball comes in. Comes over here as the wind begins to pick up off that ocean. All right, here we go. This is Wes Sutton. Good play by Wes, who dumps it off this side towards Williams. Williams drives it down the middle. Let's see who's got it. Right there is Jordan, who fires it up and over the top. No, it was Wolforth. Brian Wolforth had that shot, number 11. And it went up and over the top. And again, San Clemente with a great opportunity, but the shot goes over the top. So San Clemente with about 4 or 5 excellent shots on goal, but just have not been able to connect. All right. The ball will come in now by Carlos of San Juan. Let's check our watch. We see 1:25. So what's that? 21-5, about 26 minutes of playing time left in the ball game as Carlos gets prepared to kick it out of here for San Juan. And there's his boot. Comes to the opposite side. The battle is on. Let's see who's got it. Marcus in the fray. And then back into the ball game now looks like Garcia. Garcia working his way downfield, sends it out to midfield. Let's see who this is. Ball comes out to midfield. Now here's Cadillo. Cadillo doing a good job out of getting the ball out in front to his ball club. He gets it out this side and the race is on. Wolforth will race number 11, Mauricio. Mauricio and Wolforth, it goes out of bounds, and they will give it to who? Back to San Juan. Good job by Mauricio that time to stay with Wolforth, 11 on 11. Mauricio has the second goal by San Juan. Ball comes into Mickey Dom. We have a foul called again on San Clemente. It goes back over to San Juan right here. So it'll go to, they'll give it to Jared, who'll fire from here, and we'll kind of follow his kick downfield. There it is. It comes out to midfield. Sutton in the middle of the battle. It comes to the outside, picked up by number 4, Barker, who goes to the southern sideline and out of bounds. So it comes back in now to, I think, San Clemente. Coach Jordan will make a couple of changes now for San Clemente, hoping to mix and match and come up with some good plays. We saw some good plays by Felipe Cadillo here recently. The last couple of minutes, he's made some good plays in sending the ball downfield and giving opportunities for San Clemente. Nifu comes out, and here we go. I'm not sure who went back in, but here we go. Ball comes into San Clemente. They are only down by 1 with opportunities. All right, quickly. That was Brett. Ball comes out, Nathanson and Wolforth. Nathanson get a left foot on it, sent to the left side towards the northern sideline. Right there is Fernandez, who tries to kick it back upfield but loses his footing. It goes out of bounds and comes back in now to San Juan as they are looking for insurance in the second half. And if San Juan could get one more goal in the second half, they could go back and play defense, and they might be able to power themselves to a championship. The 2 goals they have in this game are number 57 and 8 for the season. During the playoffs, they have just totally outscored their opposition. We'll talk about that in a second. Here comes San Clemente downfield. In fact, they've outscored their opposition 13-2 prior to today's game. And today they have 2 more, so it's 15-3 in 4 games of playoffs. All right, the ball comes in. All right, here we go. A battle for it, picked up Nathanson, trying to do something with it. It goes back to Brett. Brett has it taken away by one of the San Clemente players. A battle for it right there. It comes off of Nathanson and back out towards Brett. San Clemente has had about 4 or 5 pretty good shots on goal in this ball game since they got behind, but they just have not been able to get it by Carlos Arce. On the far side, try to pick up a number. We think it's 13. It's Sodden. Sodden working his way against Mario. Sodden will cross. Down the middle he goes, and right there is Christian, who comes up with the ball and fires it out of there towards Felipe Cadillo. Cadillo has Smith on his back. 14. Smith right back there. Cadillo and Smith into the corner. Ball goes out of bounds. It comes back into San Clemente. Good play by Smith, number 14. That's Robert Smith. And Cadillo was stopped in his tracks. And boy, Felipe is a guy you got to stop back there, because Felipe has been setting the ball up downfield for San Clemente. Ball comes in towards Fernandez, and we have a couple guys collide there. Fernandez not too happy with a guy over his back. That was Mickey Dom again. Now Dom has been thrown out for a yellow already. This time the referee comes over. Let's see what happens. He's going to talk it over. I'm not sure he's going to blame anybody for it. He's trying to calm these guys down without having to give a red card and throw them out. Foul called against San Juan. It goes back to San Clemente. It'll go right here to he'll belt it out of there. Good kick by Christian all the way downfield. Picked up by San Juan. They drive it back into San Clemente territory. Off Mickey Dom, picked up by Smith. Smith takes it right side with a pass into the corner towards Sutton. They'll turn it back upfield for San Clemente. So Sutton trying to set up shop down there for the white and black of San Clemente as they bring it across the midfield marker. Good pass up to Cadillo, who bangs it off of Rankin. And now here comes Brett. Brett trying to take it away. Good play by Brett. We've got a tripping call, I think, on Mario. And now some pushing, and let's see what's going to happen. And again, these two teams, no love lost between them. The foul was called against San Clemente. They give it back to San Juan, and they drive it downfield. A race for the ball. This is Adrian Garcia working against Hidalgo. Garcia to the base. Garcia will cross. Down the middle he goes, and right there is Christian. And Christian will kick it away for San Clemente. Boy, a lot of soccer leagues ending today. Girls Division 1-2 rounding up their action. In fact, the top 2 teams in theirs is a Mark Toriani San Juan team taking on Aliso Viejo. And that game happening right now with this game. We are scheduled to do a championship game in Flight B at 2 o'clock between San Juan and Laguna Beach, if we can make it. All right, here comes San Clemente. This is Wolforth. They knock it away. Good play by a defender. Wolforth keeps it downfield, and right there is Carlos. Wolforth had no help. He was about double and triple team, but there wasn't another white jersey around there. The ball comes out, and he couldn't pass it out. Headbutt there by one of the San Clemente players. That's Fernandez. It goes out of bounds and back into San Juan. By my watch now, we're down to 20 minutes of playing time left. We played 3/4 of this championship game. I'll tell you one thing, it's an honor just to be here. It's a shame that somebody has to lose. Both teams playing well. Hidalgo taking it out of the backfield. Right there with him, Jason Clark. Hidalgo bobbing and weaving. Leaves Clark in the dust. Tries to go around Barker. Sends it forward to number 12, Razor. Razor goes out the middle to Jordan. They kick it down the middle, and bingo. 3 guys hit the ball at the same time. We have a whistle. Let's see what the call is right here. I don't think anything dirty happened there, but we're going to get a yellow, and it's against Hidalgo. So Matt Hidalgo is out of the ball game for 5 minutes. Oh, is that a red, or is that a yellow or red? I didn't catch that. Was that a red, ref? It was. So Hidalgo is out of the game. So I think number 14, Matt Hidalgo, has been ejected. So Hidalgo gone with 19 minutes left to go in the game. At least I think it was Matt. And boy, that weakens the San Clemente defense. Actually, all 3 of those guys came together about the same time. It was a pretty clean play, but I guess there were some words after that. And there'll be a drop ball. I don't know if there was any yellow or red against San Juan. They will drop it right here as Jordan will work against Barker. All right, here we go. Downfield, this is Wolforth again on the left side, but knocked away beautifully by Arce, who's way out of the goal. Arce goes to Mario on the far side. It goes out of bounds, and let's see what's going to happen. When Arce had left the goal, they had replaced Carlos with this young man right here. I think that was Nathanson, who went quickly back there to cover it. All right, here we go. Brett working hard on the far side for San Juan, but San Clemente maintains possession. They bring it into the corner. Let's see who this is. We think it might be Mario. Down to Wolforth, but they knock it away. That was Jared again, who got a foot on it in the middle. All right, the ball comes to this side. This is Razor backing in. Razor goes back to Kevin Jordan. Jordan across over here to, we think that is Jimmy. I'm not positive. But they kick it away. Here comes the transition. Mickey Dom down the right side. Mickey Dom will go one-on-one, I think. But right there is Fernandez. Fernandez takes it away. Good play by Fernandez. It looked like Mickey was going to go one-on-one with Christian, but Fernandez closed down his opportunity and knocked the ball away. Good play by Raul Fernandez, covering Mickey Dom, and that's not an easy job to do. Mickey Dom can move. And the ball goes out of bounds. And again, the referee, I don't know if he's heavy. We have another yellow card on the opposite side, and I think that's Jason Clark. So Jason Clark leaves the ball game on a yellow, and the referee having to try to settle things down. And of course, you might say this kind of a ball game with these players and with all that's on the line, tempers will flare. San Clemente, I don't know how many yellow cards they had during the season. I have no record of that, but they had their share. All right, the foul was called against San Clemente, and San Juan will kick it. They're going to give it over to Brett again. Brett signed. No, they're not either. They're going to throw it in. We thought they were going to set it down there. Okay, it's a throw in. All right, here we go. San Clemente on the attack. We do know Jason Clark is out of the lineup now for San Juan. Matt Hidalgo has been ejected. Fernandez into the corner. Fernandez working with Wes Sutton. Sutton tries to bang it off of Garcia. Comes back to Fernandez and out of bounds. And I think San Clemente will pick up a goal kick. So San Juan trying to nurse a 1-goal lead into a championship here. They've had it since the first half. We've seen no scoring in the second half. Christian belts it out of there into the wind. There is a slight breeze now beginning to pick up off the ocean, and Christian was kicking right into it. And San Clemente will have to fight that breeze. Our ball picked up on this side by Kinsinger. Kinsinger sends it forward. There's a couple of guys ping-ponging around. What happens? We have a whistle and a foul called against San Juan. Quickly goes downfield, and there's Carlos. And Carlos picks it up for San Juan. He'll kick it away. So Carlos, a high kick coming to that southern sideline, takes a bounce over there. Let's see who's got it. Picked up again now by the red and black of San Juan. A long kick downfield and a good play by Christian at the goal, and he gets it out. Ball comes out, picked up again by Sutton. Sutton takes it forward, but it's knocked down. We got a foul call, I think, on number 12. That may be Travis of San Juan. And it goes back over to San Clemente. Is that 12? Over the back. But we're going to go right back to the ball game. We want to make sure we get the... Here's 15. Brett trying to get it out of the backfield for San Juan. Picked up again by... goes on the outside to Paul Razor, working against Travis, number 12. They send it along that southern sideline. They've got it forward. Let's see who this is. Going to pick up a number for you. That might be Williams. He brings it down the middle, trying to find a teammate. Who they got? They send it to Nate. Now they send it to Wolforth. Wolforth can't quite catch up with the ball. Into the corner. It's kicked away, we think, again by Jared. Ball comes over here and goes out of bounds. So a good play by Jared. Let me get a shot of Jared. Boy, he's had a good ball game out there, guarding that back door for Coach Clark and San Juan. Let me check my watch. We see 1:36, 46:56. 46, that's exactly 15 minutes left to go in the ball game. Nate will bring it in now for San Clemente, trying to find a white jersey. In it comes. They knock it away. Good play again by a defender. Couldn't get his number for you. Comes out towards Jordan. Jordan into Razor. Back to Jordan on a give and go. Right there, number 2, Russell. Russell has it caromed away. Back and forth it goes. He goes back out for a shot from the outside. A high looper over the top. Who got that shot? Was that Sutton? I think it was. West decided to try to take it over the top. Not a bad idea. I'm not sure Carlos saw that shot when it went up. He acted like for a second, I guess he was sure that it was going to go over the top. And Carlos will kick it out. We're under 15 minutes left to go. 2-1 in favor of San Juan. They've been nursing that lead since the 20-minute marker in the first half. All right, the ball downfield comes all the way to Christian, and he'll kick it in. Boy, it's been a balanced second half. Comes out to Paul Razor. San Juan must play, make that San Clemente must play without the services of Matt Hidalgo. All right, ball comes over, they boot it out of bounds. It'll come back into San Clemente. In the second half, we've seen San Juan do a lot of ball control, but San Clemente has played a good transition game in the second half. Felipe Cadillo has gotten the ball downfield, and the race has been on several times. And San Clemente has had probably the best shots on goal in the second half. All right, here's number 4, Barker. Barker sends it forward, trying to find... no, that was... And it's going to go there, be picked up by San Clemente and go out of bounds. And who is that? Number 12? No, can't get a number for you. Comes back into San Clemente on the opposite side. Here we go. Down by 1, 2-1, but it goes out of bounds. So San Juan territory. They look at the clock and they need 1 goal. Otherwise, this game is going to end with the identical score of the first meeting. Here we go. We think this might be Williams. If it's a 5, it is. No, it's Nate who fires it down the middle. Out of play. Nate Kinzinger sending one up there with some authority, but out of play. And it'll do. So San Juan will, and San Juan has done a lot of goals. They booted in out to midfield. It's, Garcia. Garcia had the opening goal. Garcia trying to cut the angle, slows Garcia down, but he's got his momentum. It's covered by a San Clemente, but it goes to this young man. What a great day, Brett Simon. Ball comes out, knocked away and out of her 14 Smith, and it'll go back. Boy, Brett Simon has been kind of the engineer, the quarterback for this ball club. San Juan assists, controlling the middle of the field. Although San the second half, a lot more than maybe the first. Down the middle they go. San Juan at 11. That was Mauricio, and we've got a couple people falling down at midfield. A foul called on who? They call it against San Juan and give it back over to, or do we have a yellow card? Yellow card. This young man here goes off the field. Number field now for, it's a yellow card as well, and the ball will go back over to San Clemente, and they'll right at the midfield circle. Here comes the kick. They drive it down. The battle is on. Who's got it? It goes down the middle. It's hopping down behind the goal. We think it might have this young man here, which it could be, and I can't see a number. Is that Kyle Williams? Well, that's only a guess. I'm not even sure it was this guy. Been Mike who got the kick. I don't know. Ball comes out to mid. I picked up again. Let's see who's got it. San Clemente goes over to Nate Moore, but San Juan tries to win the battle. Even a couple guys crashing together. Goes back over to San Clemente. Back and forth. Who's going to control this ball? We're down to about the final. Let me check my watch. 5 minutes of playing time left. That's all. Jordan working his way this side's play right in front of us. It's still in play. Jordan sends it down the middle. Tries to find. He finds somebody down there. Wolford again. Nathanson in the middle. Jared goal out there, isn't he? And I tell you, 2-1 San Juan. Great players. Brett Simon, no assist, and he's been everywhere on defense, and he's been really a playmaker. It's for a very good job at this one. RC's had a super day. San Clemente's had some good play out of several players. Wes Sutton now having to pick up the slack for the loss of Matt Hidalgo. Set up a pretty good shot a minute ago. Ball be thrown in right here, and here we go. He's got 8 minutes to. He's got his 8-minute team in there. Let's see what happens. I'll try to pick up a number for you. It's right back over to San Juan. This game can go taking it out of the backfield for San Clemente. Razor high in the air, comes back. Mario working against Travis. The ball goes out of bounds. Let's see who's going to get it. Down to the next 7 minutes. Season. San Juan in the backfield on the free ball. We're trying to find out who this young man is. We can't see his number from here. Comes back over to enters it all the way down the field, but it's covered neatly there by Carlos Arce, and he'll kick it out. Good play by Carlos. Carlos has been a busy young man here in the second half. Giving ground, number 17, Smith. He's working against Adrian Garcia, who scored the opening goal in this game for San Juan. They go to 2, Newhoff. Newhoff sends it down the middle. A couple of guys collide. They're going to get, I think, Fernandez for plowing into the back of one of the San Juan players. And boy, San Clemente is going to look back on this ball game, and the difference in this ball game was a foul. As they headed out of there, what do we have? Another foul called. A foul against one of the San Clemente players set up Brett Simon on a free kick, and he fired it up there, and it was kicked by Mauricio out of the air and into the goal. It never even bounced. And that's the difference in the game. That happened with 20 minutes left to go in the first half, and that gave San Juan the lead 2-1, and it stayed that way. Ball back and forth. Let's see who's got it. Mickey Dom tries to get in, but Nate Kinsinger sends it out to midfield. It's headed there by 15. That's Brett Simon. Back and forth. Picked up again by Wolford. Wolford has Brett right on his back, sends it back towards Kinsinger, back to Wolford. They go back over to Fernandez. Fernandez trying to work his way downfield with the help of Jimmy Marcus. Marcus gets it out towards Razor. Razor has it go down the middle, tries to find Wolford, but can't find him. It's knocked away and out of bounds by San Juan. But San Clemente will pick up the ball at midfield. We think this is Jimmy Marcus. Marcus bringing it in towards Razor. Razor bobbing and weaving, but here we go. Dumped out of bounds by this young man right here, number 14, Smith. And it'll come back into San Clemente. By my watch, 6 minutes of playing time left. That's all. 6 minutes in the championship game for 97. Razor out in front, trying to catch up with the ball, trying to take it along the base. His opportunity closes down. Wolforth is in the middle. We got several guys piled up here. And it's finally covered by Carlos Arce at the goal. So he brings it out of all that congestion and kicks it away, and the clock continues to roll. 2-1 in favor of San Juan. Ball into the left wing. Here comes Adrian looking for insurance. Adrian in the left wing. Adrian trying to set up shop there. Adrian is being guarded by, I can't see the number, and out of bounds. Finally kicked by Fernandez out of bounds, and it goes back into San Juan. So San Juan will get the ball back. 5 minutes left. And we are looking if this score. Shot by Adrian is up there off the top bar and out of play. Adrian Garcia going for his second goal of the day. Pretty good shot that time. Hit the top bar and went out of play. Boy, that gave Christian no chance either. Had that ball been about 2 feet lower. And San Clemente happy to kick it back, only down by 1. By my watch, 5 minutes left in the 1997 championship game. Will it be San Juan or San Clemente? If San Juan can hang on for 5 minutes, they will be the champions for 1997. San Clemente hopes to have something to say about that in the next 5 minutes. Intensity plus, giving ground 3, James Rankin. James will turn it back upfield, goes out of bounds, and he'll throw it in now for San Juan. Rankin sends it along that far side. He goes back out of bounds and goes back into San Clemente. They quickly bring it on the attack. They're feeling the weight of that clock. Smith, 14 on defense, tries to take it away. He's double team and triple team. He goes, caroms off a couple of players. We've got a whistle. Let's see what the call is right here. The referee pointing to somebody. And the foul, I think, is called against San Clemente. It'll go back to San Juan. San Juan just hoping to kick the ball around for the next 4 minutes. If they can, they'll be the champions for 1997. They are 4 minutes away from doing it. All the practices of the fall, all the hard work, all the games, all the bruises, all the bangs together. San Juan trying to make it count as Brett Simon belts it out of there to that right side. 11 teams wanted to get here. Smith knocks it away for San Clemente. Number 17, that is Brian Smith. And it comes back into San Juan. So San Juan trying to make all of that count and come off with the gold here for the area champions for 1997. And they're only 5 minutes away from doing it. They've played an outstanding game. Ball kicked by Smith. Knocked away in there by the San Clemente defenders. And here comes San Clemente. Philippe out of the backfield, a full head of steam. Philippe dumps it forward, tries to find, I think that's Jimmy Marcus. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll come back in. No, it's Nifu. Tried to find Nifu out in front, but it led him too far, and it goes back into Mickey Dom and San Juan. So Mickey brings it in, looking for, I think that's Smith. Smith has it knocked away by Marcus. Marcus and Smith. Marcus gets a chip shot forward, trying to find a teammate, but Mickey Dom returns the fire back to Smith. Smith all the way along that baseline. It's covered there by the goalie. Now the goalie, we had a new change in here. Kevin Jordan has gone in to play goal for San Clemente. So he's playing the goal right now. All right, here we go. Here comes number 18, Jimmy Marcus. Marcus sends it far side. San Clemente would like to tie this ball game up, send it into overtime. But time is becoming a major factor. Mickey Dom has to face Marcus. Marcus tries to take it away, but Dom keeps control. Finally, San Clemente sends it forward and out of bounds. And, of course, with that, the clock keeps running. By my watch, we're down to 2 minutes of playing time left, that's all. And that's unofficial. San Juan brings it in. How close am I, ref? 2 minutes? About right?
Except for added time, I don't know how much he's gonna...
A little bit of added injury time, or maybe some timeout for yellow cards and things like that. But we're right about 2 minutes. San Juan will bring it in. Will they be the champions for 1997? Can they pick up their 11th victory? Can they make the 13th game of the season for Coach Jordan, an unlucky one? Ball comes in. Coach Jordan has only lost one all season long, and they lost to this ball club earlier. And San Juan trying to make it 2 in a row against San Clemente. Along that baseline, here comes San Clemente out of there. They kick it high in the air. Comes up to midfield. Picked up again by Mickey Dom of San Juan. Dom trying to do something with it. Taken away now. We think this may be Philippe again. No, it's that's Marcus, isn't it? Ball goes out of bounds. It'll come back in now to San Clemente. They bring it in. Battle for it out at midfield. Who's got it? picked up by Brett Simon. How many times have we said that today? Simon with a long kick downfield, just killing the clock. To the baseline, picked up by Jordan. He'll kick it in. My watch shows a minute left to go. In the first half, the referee went a little long, and maybe because he stopped the clock on some of the yellow cards. Brett on defense, doing a great job. He's trying to bottle up a couple of San Clemente players, and does. It's still inbounds and goes out. They'll give it back to San Juan. Good play by Brett. San Juan wins the ball back. Comes in and goes right back out again, and it comes right back into who? They're going to give it back to San Juan. San Juan happy to have the ball in control. They just want to kick it and use up that clock. San Juan a minute away from being the champions. It was a foul called against San Clemente. They'll boot it in right from here on the northern sideline. A good long kick. That's all they want. Kill the clock. To the far side. Who's got it? 13. This is Sodden. He's back in the ball game. It goes to the outside and out of bounds. I think he came out earlier on a yellow card, but he's back in there now. The red and black of San Juan on their way to the 1997 area championships. All they have to do is hang on for one more minute. They're ahead 2-1. San Clemente would like to get one more chance, but San Juan putting on a ball control exhibition right now, keep it in the San Clemente end of the field, but can San Clemente get a chance? All right, downfield, here comes San Clemente to this side of Cadillo. Cadillo goes down towards Nifu. Nifu trying to get around number 11, that's Mauricio. A battle for a good play by Mauricio to send it back up to Mickey Dom. Oh, a great clutch play by Mauricio. Mickey Dom flips over a player, no call. Referee blows the whistle. Let's see what the call is. A tremendous play by Mauricio to take the ball away from Felipe Cadillo. And now the referee wants to discuss it with the sidelines ref and see how he saw it. And they're going to call a foul way back here against San Juan and give it back to San Clemente. So they're going to say the slide tackle by Mauricio is a foul. And they're going to give it to San Clemente. They're running out of time. Mauricio, Felipe fires it up there. It's in front of the goal, and RC kicks it out of there. Oh my. So San Juan dodges a bullet. They get it all the way downfield. In fact, they may have it out of range now. I don't know, again, the official clock is kept at center field. They may have it so that San Clemente may not have enough time to get back upfield. Quickly they bring it in. Goes over towards Marcus. They knock it away. Let's see what happens. The referee blows the whistle. We have some timeout. Somebody must be subbing right now. Coach Jordan subbing with the time running out right now. Unless they're stopping the clock. Kyle Williams comes back into the ball game. So does Nate Kinsinger. With just minutes left, seconds left. By my watch, we've just about run out of time. All right, here we go. Ball comes in. San Clemente with their last-ditch effort here to get back in this ball game. San Juan leading 2-1. They've led it since the 20-minute marker of the first half. In it comes, and out of bounds it goes. And as the ball rolls, so does the clock. All right, here we go. San Clemente brings it in. San Juan hoping to just ping-pong the ball. Barker. San Clemente sends it back into San Juan territory, but San Juan returns the fire. It's covered there by one of the San Clemente defenders to that southern sideline and out of bounds. It goes back to San Juan. Let's take a look at the center ref. Is he looking at his watch? Not yet. I sometimes wonder if they have an alarm on those watches so they know when the time runs out. Ball comes over and goes out of bounds. Now we're looking at the center ref. Is he looking at his watch? I don't see him looking at it yet. Ball out of bounds. What an honor it is to be number one in this area for 1997. Ball stolen away. Here comes San Juan. We think this might be, it can't get a number. It may be Sodden, 13. It is. He's downfield. It goes to the base, but it's picked up by Kevin Jordan. He needs a long kick. Instead, he throws it in to that southern sideline, over to one of his players, and it's stolen away by number 4, Barker. Barker takes into the corner. Barker fires a long shot up there. It'll go over the back, and Barker doesn't care. Just let the clock run. There he is. What a good game he has played, too. Bill Barker. He's got a great season for Coach Clark in San Juan. One of the top 3 scorers for this ball club. Jordan will kick it in. Jordan had better hurry. They kick it high in the air. Comes out to midfield. Comes down here. They get it to Cadillo. Cadillo has been the only guy in the second half that's set up any kind of shots, but it's stolen away by Smith. Smith runs into Nifu. Goes back over to number 12, and that is Travis. It sends it downfield, and San Clemente with a long kick downfield and some hope but it's covered there by Mauricio. Mauricio and Nathanson doing a good job on defense. San Clemente kicks it all the way down, and right there is Carlos, and Carlos will boot it in. Boy, Mauricio and Nathanson have been a great backfield team for Coach Clark, as they have kept the San Juan offense, or make that the San Clemente offense, out of there. Ball to the far side and goes out of bounds. And again, as the ball rolls, so does the clock. We'll look at the center ref right there. He looks at his watch. He looks at his watch. The ball comes in. That usually means it's almost over. And it comes. Ball to this side. Fernandez has got to get it downfield. Can San Clemente get one more shot? They go to Nate. We have an offsides call against San Clemente. Offsides against San Clemente, so it goes back over to San Juan. By my watch, we've run out of time. Again, the center ref once in a while must be stopping the clock when we don't know that he is. Carlos will kick it out. He went long in the first half. He's going long in the second. All right, ball knocked down, picked up by Nifu. Nifu trying to take it out of the backfield, but it's covered nicely by number 12, and that is Travis. Travis sends it forward, banged off one of his own players, back out to Mickey Dom, who goes into the left wing and kicks it out of bounds. Mickey, again, happy just to kick the ball away and just use up clock time now for San Juan. San Clemente trying desperately to get the ball, get back into this ball game. In the second half, they can look back at about 4 or 5 pretty good shots on goal, but none of them have gone. They bring it in. The referee blows the whistle. This ball game is over. San Juan is the 1997 area champions in boys Division I soccer. And there she is across the way, San Juan's head coach, Sandy Clark. What a great game it was for her, and we'll be back in a moment with the wrap-up. Our final score, San Juan 2 and San Clemente 1. Well, it was a hard-fought ball game between two very fine soccer teams, San Juan and San Clemente. And when the smoke clears and it's all over, San Juan walks off with a 2-1 victory, an identical score to the meeting that they had back on October 4th. And San Juan is the champion team for the area for 1997. What a great big victory for San Juan, a big victory for Coach Sandy Clark. And let's recap the ball game and let you know how it happened. With about 32 minutes left to go in the first half, Adrian Garcia got the first goal of the game for San Juan to give San Juan a 1-0 lead, a lead that they gave up only briefly because about 3 minutes later, Kyle Williams scored a goal for San Clemente. He got it after one of the San Juan defenders had fallen down in front of the goal because of the muddy conditions out there, and he fired home the goal, and that tied it up at 1-1. It stayed that way down to the 20-minute marker in the first half. And we noticed in the first half, the referee started calling a lot of fouls. It was a very physical ball game, a lot of words being said by both ball clubs, but the referee started calling a lot of fouls, and finally San Clemente got called for a foul, and they gave the ball to Brett Simon. He was about 20 yards out on the left-hand side, maybe closer to 25 yards. He fired up a shot, and Mauricio Mamalotti took it out of the air and found the back of the net, and that gave San Juan their second goal of the day, and it was enough of a goal, enough of a lead that's all they needed. They were ahead 2-1 with 20 minutes left to go. That was our score at half, and in the second half, both teams up and down the field, but neither team able to score. I would say in the second half, San Clemente took the ball game a little bit more to San Juan. They had a few shots on goal, but some great defense by Nathanson, by Mauricio back there, also by the goalie, Carlos Arce, saving a couple of shots. We remember one particular one in the first half that Christian fired up there that he saved, and boy, Carlos Arce played a great game in the goal all day for San Juan. Our congratulations to Sandy Clark and company for coming up with this big victory. They are #1 in the area. We congratulate them, and boy, that means their record on the season now 11-2, and they will represent this area in the sectionals coming up next week. The 2 goals they get today were number 57 and 58. The goals they gave up, number 25 for the season, and what a great season it was. Game 13, the luckiest, a lucky number for San Juan as they go on and win this big one here this afternoon. For San Clemente to lose it, they can't hang their heads. They had a great season. Their loss today, only the second of the year. They win 10, lose 2, and tie 1 on the season. Today's loss amounts to, they've given up now a grand total of only 12 goals in 13 games. Make that 13 goals. I'm sorry. They gave up 13 goals in 13 games. A great defensive effort for Coach Jordan and his ball club. But the 2 goals they give up were numbers 30. The 2 goals they gave up were numbers 11 and number 12 and 13. The one they scored was number 35. So they end up with 35 goals scored and 13 against in a 10-win, 2-loss, and 1 tie season. Not a bad record at all for Coach Jordan. For the second time, though, Coach Jordan has denied the championship. He was up here last year with a chance to win it. This time he's up here again, but unfortunately he comes up on the short end. But I tell you what, San Clemente cannot hang their head. They had a great season, and I think man for man, they had a good ball game out here today, and they certainly can't hang their head. Our congratulations to them for a well-played game. Well, that's our story today from Short Cliffs Junior High School here in San Clemente, California. We'll sign off this edition of Boys Division I Soccer with our final once again. San Juan wins the area for 1997 as they defeat San Clemente by a final score of 2-1. This is Gary Andrew wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon.